Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your fearless girls leader, Dr. T. How you all doing? It's good to have you on. Tag somebody, tell somebody, share it in your timeline. Let everybody know they need to tune in. Yes, yes, yes. Tune in. We got a great Fearless Fridays nugget for you today. It's good to see you all on this great Gospel Friday. Yes, y'all know I'm a Jesus lover, so yeah, it's gospel to me. Anyway, happy Friday. I hope you all have had a most amazing week. It's been a really good week. I've been like really getting my work on today. So you see me in like I'm in work mode, work clothes. That's kind of how I'm rolling today. So thank you all so much for being all right with me being like in full workflow. So I look like I've been working. It's good though. It's good. And I think it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for what we're going to talk about tonight as our nugget. So I'm laughing at you all and what you're saying. Karen said, was Dr. James tickling me because I was giggling when I came on. It's because I realized that it was time to come on, and it's funny I wasn't quite ready yet. Praise God, but it's good, when you have a time, you got to do what you do. So I'm totally good with it, but that's what the laughing was. I was like, oh my God, look at what time it is. So it's great. It's great though. I wouldn't have it any other way. I would not have it any other way. So thank you all so much for tuning in for the nugget. I hope you've tagged somebody. I hope you told somebody. Let everybody know they need to tune in. So yeah. Hey, Rebum, how are you? It's good. It's good to see you. I thought you had left Jacksonville or something. I'm just I'm just trying to keep up with you. I'm just trying to keep up with you. Anyway, this is great. But listen, we had a great stay on with me tonight, y'all. This one's gonna be fun because I'm gonna release a word over you, and it's gonna be a simple word, but it's gonna be profound, and I'm sure that you're gonna want to receive it personally for yourself. So listen. A great time last Saturday. We had an amazing cups and coffee time last Saturday. It was incredible. Thanks to those who participated. Thanks for those who are still planning on making an impact by being a part of the 95 campaign this year. I'm really, really excited about what we're doing this year for the 95. We are going to highlight bibs, breast milk, and baby booties. So I say breast milk, and I know that kind of throws some people, but we're going to buy some breast pumps for some ladies. We're going to buy some diapers and wipes for those booties on those babies, and we're going to get some bibs as well. But let me jump right in. I'm excited. I'll tell you all about our P&B brunch that's coming up. Well, I think I just told y'all about it, so I might as well just share it with you. Panties and bras P&B brunch is coming up, and I'm excited about it. Now listen, the P&B brunch, we now I hope you have your panties and your bras on underneath your clothes, but we are actually going to be fully dressed, and men and women can come to the P&B brunch. Why? I'm glad you asked, because we are making a difference in the lives of those who could stand or use a hand up. And we are always excited about our time. Now we are always excited about our time together. So it's going to be super fun. It really is. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have a great time together. So all of the fearless girls, all of the fearless guys, I'm glad you all are on tonight. Hey, son, I'm glad that you all are on tonight, because I want you to know this is for guys and gals. Why? Because we're making an impact in the community. And I'm really, really excited about the time that we are going to spend at the P&B brunch. So you can register now. It is already up on We Are Fearless realestgirls.com. You can register. The cost is only $25, and that covers your admission, and it covers the brunch. And so, yes, you are going to be fed. It is going to be a wonderful time, and I'm just excited about it. And, I look forward to this time every year that we spend together, really just kind of highlighting what we can do to make a difference in the community. So thank you all so much for already planning on attending, inviting people to be a part. It's going to be great. But listen, October has been our harvest season focus. Somebody put in the timeline, #harvest season. I want you to be ready for harvest to show up for you. Now, even though we're using this as a theme for October, what I want you to understand is it does not cut off on the 31st. Now, if you agree with that, if you receive that for yourself, that your harvest is not going to cut off, it doesn't shut down on the 31st of October, give me a number 5 in the timeline, because I want to know that you're in agreement that this, even though harvest season is our theme for October, it's not cutting off. It's not stopping. Let me tell you that it is going to be a wonderful, wonderful end of the year for you. I have an expectation for you to have an incredible end of the year. I'm seeing your 5s. Good. I'm glad you receive it. So when we started off on October the 6th, we declared that this is your season to yield. It is time for you to yield an increase. It's time for you to yield a harvest. And so we said that we're going to position ourselves properly, because if you're not in right position, you can't be ready for your harvest. We're going to make sure that we're producing, and it is time for procurement. It is time for some procurement to happen in your life. Then October the 13th, we jumped into the fact that it's time for recompense. And when we talked about recompense, one of the things that we looked at is how I want you to be looking for amends to be made for loss of harm, or for times that you have been wrong, times you have wrongly suffered. I want you to be looking for amends to be made. Listen to me. For times where you have been harmed, persecuted, and wrongly suffered damage. And y'all know I'm a Jesus lover. The scripture says that when the thief is found out, not only does he have to pay, but he's got to pay back 7 times. And so I want you to have an expectation to be compensated, to be paid, and also to be rewarded for your efforts. I hope you got this thing. I hope you're ready for it. I see you all. Yeah, very good, very good. Then we looked October the 20th, what we looked at last week, we talked about restoration. Somebody put restoration in the timeline, because when we talked about restoration, that's important, because, we had to talk about the process of repairing, replacing, and renovating, and returning to a former condition. We even talked about the fact that some things just need to be replaced. So when we talk about restoration, some pieces just need to be replaced. There's some parts that need to be replaced in your life. And during your harvest season, it's the right time to do it. And then, so our nugget tonight is we're talking about reaping. Somebody put reaping in the timeline. Time for you to reap. Now, when we talk about reap, that is to cut and to gather a harvest. We're talking about cutting and gathering a harvest. It is time for you to reap. So I'm trying to keep looking over here at my YouTube crew as well. So listen, when we talk about the idea of reaping, I want you to be ready for it. If you're afraid to work, if you are afraid, if you're lazy, if you don't want to put in effort, you are never going to reap. Why? Because work is involved. So you cannot be afraid to work. I need you to understand. It's time for you to get your work on. Somebody put in the timeline, get your work on, get your work on. I want you to get your work on, because it's time for you to begin to experience reaping on a different level. So now what I want to do is I want to close out October strong. Let's close out October strong. And this is how we're going to do that. We're going to do that by demonstrating the results of harvesting. The only way you can do that is to actually have harvest coming in. I like it. I bet y'all were y'all singing it with me too. Get your work on, get your work on. Anyway, but I want to challenge you with this. This is a challenge for you. I want to challenge you to consider what you can do. Listen, to reap in these last few days of the month. If you can't push yourself to challenge you to do so now, you won't do so later. So I want to challenge you to do it. I want to challenge you to think about what you can do in these last few days. It's just a few days left. It's the 27th. So I want to challenge you to get your work on and think about what you can do in these last couple of days to reap and make a difference in your life. Now, many of you know that I've shared with you that my name actually means harvester. Teresa actually means harvester. And so when we talk about me being a harvester and I think about the name harvester or the meaning harvester based on the background of my name, I think about crops being gathered and reaped. I think about catching for consumption. And then I think about collecting and obtaining resources for future use. So that's one of the things that I kind of work on a regular basis because that's my name. I have an expectation for crops to show up for me so that I can gather them and I can reap the benefits. I have an expectation to catch things. As a harvester, I catch for consumption. And then as a harvester, I collect and I obtain resources for future use. Now, I want you to agree with that. I want you to agree with that for yourself. I definitely want you to agree with that for yourself. So what I'm basically saying for me is I'm personally expecting results, and I want you to expect results as well. If you're expecting results, put a number 7 in the timeline. Put a number 7 in the timeline. Why she got us using these numbers? Because I need to know that you're in agreement and that you're paying attention. I want you to, it's a declaration, even though this is two-way. I may not hear your voice, but I can hear your voice through what you put in the timeline. And that's why this is so critically important. So listen, I'm expecting results. I want you to expect results. So as you finish this month strong, I want you to consider a few things as you harvest, as you have this reaping mentality. There's a couple of things that I want you to consider. The first thing is I want you to look at this. This is an obedient October. It's an obedient October. Your willingness to comply with your purpose, it is producing for you. I want you to believe that, and I want you to act like it. I want you to declare it, and I want your actions to represent it. So definitely look at this as an obedient October. Your willingness to comply with your purpose, it is producing for you. And then I want you to look at this also as an outstanding October. Somebody put outstanding October in the timeline. Here is why I say outstanding October, because I want you to expect, get this, I want you to expect exceptional and superlative results. Exceptional and superlative results. That's what I want you to expect. And so that's why it's an outstanding October, because in this outstanding October and in these last few days, I want you to have an expectation for the exceptional superlative results to show up for you even right now with these last few days left. In other words, what I'm saying to you, beloved, is I'm telling you to bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Put some effort in personal growth and bet on yourself. Put some effort in personal results and establish a legacy for you and for your family that is going to last. I want you, listen, I don't care what's happened. I know some crazy things have happened this month. I do not care about that. And here's the thing. What you do is you look at all the crazy things that have happened in these last couple of months as an opportunity for you to shake yourself and really put your focus where it needs to be so that you can experience the outstanding. So you're going to be obedient. You're going to experience the outstanding. And finally, I want you to finish strong with overflowing October. Let's do it. I believe that your cup runs over. I want you to look at overflowing just like what it says. I want you to look at it like there's time for things for you to get, for abundance for you to be jam-packed, abundance for you to experience overcrowding. Listen, the things that your businesses are overcrowded, you're going to deal with being overfull. I cannot take all of the business that's coming my way, or I need to, you're swarmed. You know, when you're swarmed, when things happen like this, you're swarmed, you're spilling over. Even if things have not gone the way that you want them to this month, I need you to get ready for overflow. Somebody say, my overflow. Speak it into your own life. My overflow. I need you to be ready. It's overcrowded, overfull, overspilled. In fact, I love this. When I started thinking about overflowing, one of the things is I thought about a pack of sardines. When you a sardine pack, it is packed. I mean, they got them in there. And I always used to wonder, how do they have them in there? So many of them laid out the way that they do. It's because they jam-pack those puppies in there. And I want you, if you are like, I used to be a serious sardine eater. If you know what a sardine looks like, that's how I want you to have an expectation for things. And you know how when you open the can, if it's mustard or oil, you have to look out for the spillage. It's time for you to have some spillage in your life. Yes, where you are not struggling, barely making it, it's time for overflow to happen for you. So here is what I see as we wrap this up. I need you to have an expectation to go from underdog to overflow. I need you to have an expectation to go from underdog to overflow. Do it. If you agree with it, put a number 8 in the timeline for me. I'm going from underdog to overflow. You better believe I am going from underdog to overflow. Let's do this thing and let's do it big. Let's do it big. I am expecting it. Now listen. That overflow is wherever you need it. One of the things I think oftentimes is we relegate our life of prosperity to just money. Well, some people need more than money. Some people need healing. I declare that you're getting that overflow in your healing now in Jesus' name. I'm a Jesus lover, is what I do. And then I know some of us need relationships repaired. So I'm expecting overflow to happen in your relationships where there's not misery there, but you have exactly what you are looking for. I am telling you, you are going from underdog to overflow. So have an expectation for it to happen. If you do, now I just need you to put in the timeline that I receive it. Put in the timeline, I receive it. Put I receive it. I want you to put I receive it because you're declaring it over your life. You're solidifying it. You're calling it as done. That is what we do. And listen, don't put doubt in here. Don't try to listen. If you're like, I just don't know how it's going to happen. I just don't know. Oh, Fearless Girls leader. I'm just not sure how it's going to happen. Stop shutting down the flow of your creativity. If worry is there, you're sending a signal to God that you don't trust him to handle your life's affairs. And I don't want you to do that to yourself. Yes, I see I receive it. I receive it. I see it. I see it. So I want you not to shut down your own creativity. If you are so overwhelmed with, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to do it, what you do is you just follow the compass, that you follow God, you follow his direction, and he will work all of the rest of it out. So I'm saying that because if you start overwhelming yourself with anxiety and worry and pressure, then you will not be able to have your creativity show up because God's going to give you some creative things to make it come to pass. So thank you all so much for allowing me to just speak this harvest into your life. I'm declaring that it is done. I'm declaring that it's happening. And listen, don't think because you've had some great things happen to you recently that that's the end of it. No, there's more. There's more. Somebody put in the timeline, hashtag there's more. Listen, I got to go. Before I go, I definitely want to invite you to be a part of the passport class tomorrow. I already told you need to register for the P&B brunch on December the 2nd. But listen, tomorrow I'm doing a passport class at 11 a.m. The cost for the passport class is only $20. It's going to be simple. I'm going to walk you through everything you need to do to make sure that you get your passport. And you need your passport. Why? So first, before I tell you that, go to wearefearlessgirls.com. And that's where That's where you can do your registration. Go to wearefearlessgirls.com. That's how you do your registration. So wearefearlessgirls.com. You can do your registration for the passport class. You can do the registration for the P&B brunch. And I'm really, really excited. But I'm saying that the passport class is intentional right now because 2024 is our international year. That's right. We're traveling internationally. And we're going to start off by going to Cancun for our first getaway of the year, our first Fearless Girls getaway of the year. It's January the 26th through the 30th, 2024. It's in Cancun. Actually, I thought the registration was going to be up today. It should be up hopefully before the weekend ends, but you definitely are going to need your passport. So you might as well register for the passport class. I'm going to walk you through how to do it and what you need. Is going to be super, super simple. Thank you all so much. Can I ask you to become a monthly partner with Fearless Girls? Can I ask you to become a monthly partner with Fearless Girls? How do you do that? It's really simple. I'm just going to ask you if you can commit to $20 a month to Fearless Girls so that we can continue to fulfill our mission to expand, to educate, and to empower. I'm really, really excited about what's happening for us in this season. It's always a great opportunity for us to make a difference, but I want you to sign up for the passport class. If you don't have your passport, it is tomorrow at 11 a.m. You still have time. It's not going to take long because it's really a simple process. We make it difficult. It does not have to be difficult. So I'm going to show you that and give you some of the tools and tricks of the trade so that you can have some things put in place so that your passport, you can, not only will you have your passport, but you'll be traveling like a boss. You're going to be traveling like a boss. So definitely get ready for the Fearless Girls getaway in Cancun, Mexico, January 26th through the 30th. I'm really, really excited about it. And then save the date in July. Next summer, we're going to Dubai for the pajama party. I told you all that. More information to come on that. But it's always a joy to be with you all. Thank you all so much for always being a part of the Fearless Girls tribe. Like, follow, subscribe. You know how we do it. Thank you all so much for allowing me to speak this harvest into your life in this season. And it's not ending in October. Y'all know, as I always say, girls with dreams, they become women with vision. Bye. I'll see you next time.